This is problem 10 from the exam review worksheet, and we are given a circuit. It's a counter, and we are to determine the state diagram and state table for the counter shown and use transition expressions in the state diagram. So let's take a look at what's going on, and let's label our flip-flops 0, 1, and 2. And let's figure out Q0 star. Well, that will equal D0. And D0, if we look at the input, is the not of the OR of Q0 and Q1. And the not of the OR is the AND of the nots, so that's equal to Q0 prime, Q1 prime. So that's Q0 next. Q1 next. So here's Q1 next, that'll equal D1. And D1 is Q0. And then Q2 next is D2, which is Q1. Okay, so now let's take a look at a state table. We have our present state, and then we have our next state. And our present state, we've got 8 possibilities, so we'll write those out. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. And this would be Q0, Q1, Q2. And then we'll have our next state, Alright, so our next state will be Q0 star Q0 star, Q1 star, and Q2 star. Okay, so our next state, if the present state is 0, 0, 0, so Q0 star, we said, is the not, is the AND of Q0 not and Q1 not. So these are both going to be 1s. Or the Q0 prime and Q0 prime and Q1 prime will both be 1s, so that'll be a 1. Q1 next, Q1 star is going to be Q0. Q0 is 0. Q2 star is going to be Q1. Q1 is 0. Alright, so now if our present state is Q0, Q1, Q2, Q0 is the not of the OR of Q0 and Q1. So Q0 and Q1, that's 0 or 0, the not of that is 1, so we'll get 1. Q1 is Q0, Q1 star is Q0, Q2 star is Q1. Now for 0, 1, 0, Q0 star is Q0 prime and Q1 prime. So Q0 prime is 1, Q1 prime is 0, so that's going to be 0. Q1 star is Q0 star is Q0, so that'll be 0. And Q2 star is Q1, so that'll be 1. Now 0, 1, 1, Q0 star is Q0 prime and Q1 prime. Q0 prime is 1, Q1 prime is 0, 0 and 1 is 0. Q1 prime is Q0, so Q1 prime becomes 0. Q2 prime is Q1, and Q1 is 1. For 1, 0, 0, Q0 is 0 and 1, which is 0. Q0 prime, Q1 prime is Q0, which is 1. And Q2 prime is Q1, which was 0. Q0 star is 0 and 1, which is 0. Q1 star is Q0, which is 1. And Q2 star is Q1, which is 0. Q0 star is 0 and 0, which is 0. Q1 star is Q0, which is 1. And Q2 star is Q1, which is 1. And for 1, 1, 1, Q0 prime is 0, Q1 prime is 0, 0 and 0 is 0. Q1 star is Q0, which is 1, and Q2 star is Q1, which is 1.